Good morning. It is August 8th, 2014. Paul here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm going to show you a little bit today about things I've picked in my garden. One thing I like to do fairly early in the morning is go out for a walk in the garden. I end up weeding a bit and stretching a bit, stretching my legs, and when you bend over to pick tomatoes and whatnot, you get a lot of good blood circulating, better than getting jacked up on a pot of coffee or something like that. Just to get out and move and in the fresh air. And we had beautiful rain last night. It's early August and it's usually very dry, but we had a really long drenching rain. And so I'm just going to turn the camera around here and show you what I've been picking in the garden today, and tell you a little bit about everything. Okay, let's see. Here we have, let me smell. Yeah. Here we have holy basil, which is Tulsi. Also, it's a big a sacred Indian spice, and it smells just divine, just an amazing smell on it. And we had this come up in the garden, and we have a lot of seeds from it, and it looks like it's really going to be a staple in the garden. It's very hardy and just growing like crazy, popping up everywhere, and it's a very valuable herb. And here, where my hand is, we have stevia, which we got at a nursery, and it's just a really good sugar kind of substitute, sweet. I'm kind of new to it and not really sure how I want to incorporate it, but that's a really good herb, stevia. And then here we have regular like Genovese basil. This grows really well in warm weather, and we have quite a bit of this. And here we have chocolate mint, and next to it we have spearmint. And these have been going in the garden for years, and they just go on their own, and they're really great. And then here we have fennel seed. And that's just really good to add to a smoothie, or just to even eat them plain. Just to chew them and get that sort of licoricey flavor going. And then over here we have the fennel leaves, which, well, they're sort of needles. And they're really great for putting in smoothies and flavoring things. And then here we have dandelion, which grows up in my field, and it's easy to find and easy to pick. And it's a really medicinal plant. It's supposed to have just off the charts as far as nutrition, better than anything organic you're going to get from the supermarket. And that's just a really good food right there. And then we have lamb's quarters, another wild plant. This is growing all over the yard here in Nashville, and just popping up. And I like to grab the ends of the branches, and they're just a really good food. They taste as good as any lettuce you'll get from the supermarket. Just a really, really good leaf to eat and put in salads and whatever you want to do with it. And then we have okra. You can eat this raw. I don't like cooked okra. It's really slimy, and it has a really, really disgusting consistency. Some people like it. They fry it a lot in Tennessee, but we'll eat this raw, and it's quite good. And then here we have dill, which is, just it comes up on its own. We don't have to do anything. It's a volunteer crop. And then here we have curly kale, which is just a really good food. And these young shoots are really what I go after. Now, most of it dies back in the hot summer. Like I said, we're in August, and this usually dies back, but it'll make a huge comeback in the winter. So I really try to keep my plants going as much as possible. And then here we have a little pepper. I've been traveling, and when I was supposed to be watering these, and I didn't do a really good job of getting peppers. I don't take peppers too seriously, but I'm changing. I'm starting to acquire a flavor for them. So there's some peppers. I think that's a black variety. And then here is a favorite, carrots. We're picking these now, and have been for quite a while. And I pick them with the greens on and eat the greens too, because they have more nutrition than the carrots. Some are really small because I overseed them and I don't thin them the way I should. But I'm not into a lot of work. I'm into just barely enough work to get the food out and get on to the rest of life. And then here we have chard. Chard is just a really great tasting leaf, and in here we got some beet leaves too. I mix them together, and I kind of think of beet leaves and chard as the same thing. And then now we have tomatoes here. They're just doing really well. They're sweet. Each of these is as sweet as a grape, a really sweet grape, and you could just eat these by the dozen. They're just a wonderful food. But I think that's it. So I'm going to turn the camera back around, and thank you for watching us today. And I hope that gives you some ideas of what you can find in your yard or plant in your garden. Again, these things did not take a lot of effort to really to bring forth, but I think you'll find with a little planning and minimal effort, you can have a great garden. And the great thing about all this food is it's fresh, and it's going to be in my body soon, and I'm going to feel the results of it in my metabolism and in my health, and that's really a great thing. So thank you for watching today. I'll turn the camera back around and shut it off, and have a great day.